Well, Danny, first of all, you had a win on penalties against Basingstoke Town in the Hampshire Cup on Tuesday night. What did you get out of that challenge?
Well, I think the young players got an awful lot from it. It was a really good game for them. For some of our young players, probably the first time they've played in front of such a big crowd, maybe near on 1,000 people at Basingstoke. It was great also for a few of our senior players to play with them, and you can't underestimate the learning experience the young players would take from that game. Like I said, both the crowd, but also the fact that the senior players are there supporting them and helping them, and almost acting as coaches on the pitch. And I think this is great. And certainly, for us, we want to become one club. We never want to be thought of as an academy and a first team. We just want to be one club where we all help each other. And if we want to have sustainable success and have that sort of longevity, then we've got to start developing our own players, and we're in the early steps of that process.
On to league matters in Cambridge on Saturday. Is the aim very much to provide a bit of a response after the disappointing defeat at MK Dons?
Well, I think it's good for us to be at home. I think in the first 8 games this season we've only been at home twice. I think it's 32 days since we were last at Fratton Park, and we certainly enjoyed the first 2 experiences there. So no, it's great. It's great to be back home in front of our support. We're really respectful of Cambridge United. They did brilliantly last year to get promoted. Mark Bonner is someone that I've got to know well over recent times, and he's someone I've got real respect for. He's done a brilliant job there. He's worked at pretty much every level of that football club, come up through the academy, worked as first team coach, and took over last season as manager, and in his first season was able to help the club get promoted, and they've had a good start. I think Mark will be really pleased with the amount of points that they've accumulated so far. Had some good results within that. Beat Bolton. Good point away at Plymouth. I think took first game of the season they drew at Oxford, and obviously won in the first round of the Carabao Cup, and also the Papa John's Trophy. So no, I think they'll be pleased with the start that they've made. Probably disappointed with the result last Saturday against Lincoln, but like I said, they've got a real spirit and togetherness, and no doubt they'll be looking to respond to that disappointment come Saturday.
In terms of what you've been looking to improve on the training ground, you said after the MK Dons game that you wanted to work on your team's emotional management. Is that something that you can work on and can improve on the training ground?
I think so. I think for us just to be aware of it, aware of our emotions. Sometimes you can want things too much, and maybe when we've conceded, particularly the Wigan game and the MK Dons game, we were disappointed with our response and the time it took for us to get over that, and the way that we want to play. The players have got to, I suppose, have fire in their belly but ice in their head, and that's something that I think, ultimately to be aware of it, and then to train those qualities. Sometimes to increase the emotion in training, and get the players to be able to manage their emotions in that moment is obviously one way. But I think that's that's definitely something for us to look at. We want to try to be more of an attacking threat than we've been. I think we've got into good areas. I think we've had good control in games, good rhythm in most of our performances. Probably just in the final third, the chance creation, and certainly then being ruthless when we do create those chances. And again, I go back to the MK Dons game, and with the amount of chances we created in that game, we should score. But we know that, like defending is an 11-man job, attacking is exactly the same, and it requires all of us to work really hard to create chances. And sometimes it's not what you do on the ball, it's also what you do off the ball, and your movement off the ball, and being willing to make sacrificial runs for others to create space. And sometimes you make those decoy runs and you don't get the first pass, but maybe you benefit from the second pass, and this is the work that we're focusing on the training pitch.